With this presentation I'll cover price list groups. So you can either find those under setup item groups or price list groups. Same thing. The price list groups are pretty important, or item groups, and these are the groups that are attributed to all the items within the price list. The group ID determines how each item in the bill of quantity is grouped together. So if there's a group of items from the price list that have been entered into the estimate via individually choosing them from the price list, or they make up part of the bill of quantity, their group will determine how they're put together within the bill of quantity, and I'll demonstrate that in a little bit more detail. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about the price list here because that's covered in this video here, price list overview, which gives a better understanding of groups and how it affects, or how you use groups within the price list. This video I'm just simply going to cover how you enter a new one. You want to add a group, click on add a new group. It asks you the group ID. If it already exists, it tells you it exists. Nothing spectacular about that. You can alter a group ID by choosing the group that you want to alter and give it a new ID. When you put the new ID, it can't exist because you won't be allowed to change that to one that already exists. The alpha bar here is useful for finding them in alphabetical order. So if I want to find something to do with timber, click on T, timber 1A, and this is the groups that fall into that, the group that starts with the letter that was chosen. So if I choose something else like P for painting, it'll show you all of the groups that have that particular letter, describing them as a first letter in their group ID name. What I do want to show you is incidentally, that's filtered. You'll see that we're going to see 6 records here. If we want to see them all back, we'll just click on reset the filter and we get them all back. The order in which they appear on here, or what order you determine that they are to appear on the bill of quantities, is important, and I'll show you how that works shortly. The group ID, if you click on the heading here, they're sorted via alphabetical order. Over here they're sorted by numerical order. So if I want to go up the top, I've got preliminaries as a first item that will appear on my bill of quantities, followed by engineering, insurance, hire, excavation, and so on. Now let's just exit out of here for a moment, and I'll go to a bill of quantity. If I go to this particular estimate here and I print the bill of quantity out, you'll see the preliminaries as a first item on the list, followed by carpenter's labour, followed by frame hardware. Now let's go back to the groups. Item groups, and if I say sort these in order again, preliminaries, if I give this an order of say 50, which is a much higher number, it puts it down the order now, so it'll be the last one on the list here. So what happens with the bill of quantity now? If we go to estimating, go to this estimate, get the bill of quantity now, and you'll see that the preliminaries is no longer at the head. If we go to the last page, or previous page, second last page, you'll find here that preliminaries is the last item on the bill of quantity. So the group determines where the items are grouped together on the bill of quantity. The order determines where in the bill of quantity they're printed, which gives you a fair bit of latitude with regards to how the bill of quantity is printed out. Incidentally, if you look at this council fees here, you'll notice that it's got here quantity of 1, unit of measurement is item, and then it's got the total value, and it's got a 0 GST. Let me explain that. This gives you control over how items are printed. So if I just close this bill of quantity down and I go back out of here, click the wrong button there. Now if I go to the units again, you'll notice here under item I've got item. So if you look at item there, when you enter the quantity into the bill of quantities, it switches them around, so it'll turn the quantity into the rate and the rate into the quantity. Same with this one here, but this one with the algorithm of G has no GST. So what it does is it switches the items around and also allows you to enter items into the bill of quantity that don't have GST applicable with them. But getting back to the groups, just remember you've got control over where the group is printed in the bill of quantity. And if I go to the last item on the list here, which is, let's get them in alphabetical order here, and I'll go for P for preliminaries, and if I say I now want that to be 1.0 again, when I put them in order and reset this, you'll see that preliminaries will be printed before engineering, which will be printed before insurance on the bill of quantity. So you've got control over where they're printed, and via the price list and what group ID you attribute to each of the items in the price list, you have control over where every item in the bill of quantity gets printed and the order in which it gets printed on the bill of quantity. I hope that's been of value to you. That's the end of this presentation.